Well, hey guys, welcome to the Devo. Today we're focusing on how Jesus is our redemption, our salvation, and our justification before a holy God. And if you're anything like me, I know that I need a savior. I need someone to help me because honestly, I can't help myself. And even the rules that I make for my own life, I don't follow them like I'd like to. And that really is the realization of anybody who comes to the end of religion. And maybe that's you. We talk a lot about being a church for the unchurched and the de-churched. And maybe you're sort of de-churched because you just kind of came to the end of religion. You came to the end of yourself and you thought, man, nobody follows these rules. What is the point? And this is really the struggle of the people Paul's writing to in the book of Romans. And in chapter 10, he's dealing with this idea that the Israelites had rejected Christ as the Messiah. Somehow they had been looking forward to their rescuer, and yet he was right before their eyes and they missed it. And so he's dealing with this idea that they had rejected Christ. And why had they done that? What is it that they were holding on to if it wasn't that they were holding on to Jesus? And in Romans 10:9, it says, if you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. This is one of the best verses to describe exactly the root of salvation and what it takes to step from darkness into light, from someone who's outside of the family of God to being in the family of God. And it really is that simple. That simple, just declaring with your mouth that Jesus is the Lord and believing in your heart. And I think a lot of times we choose one or the other. We say, well, I'm going to declare with my mouth, but I don't believe in my heart. And this honestly is a problem in the church today, where maybe we boil down or oversimplify the idea of being saved or stepping into the family of God by simply saying, hey, just raise a hand at the end of a church service or fill out a little card. And the truth is that's part of the process, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the other part of the process is to believe in your heart. Paul is saying it takes both a declaration with your mouth and a true belief in your heart. Sometimes people believe in their heart, but they don't want to declare with their mouth. And in the end, at some point, we have to ask the question, do you really believe in your heart if you don't declare in your mouth? And these Israelites were dealing with this struggle because they really had entrusted a lot into their ability to be righteous. They entrusted a lot into their ability to just make the right decisions. And maybe you do this. Maybe you've grown up in the church and you've made a lot of right decisions. And yet at some point you realized, hey, this isn't a real relationship with God. And this is what Paul's trying to explain to them is really salvation. And stepping from darkness into the light is as simple as a true belief in Jesus as the Savior and not you. You see, there's two parts we see in this text. You see really like a righteousness by the law and a righteousness by true faith. In law righteousness, it's only for the Jews, but a faith righteousness is for whoever wants to believe. A law righteousness is based on your works, but a faith righteousness comes by faith alone. A law righteousness comes from yourself, but a faith righteousness comes from God. Law righteousness can't save, but faith righteousness brings salvation. And this is the tension that we feel as we walk into the family of God. And maybe at some point you did start coming to church and want to follow Jesus and you want to make better decisions with your life, is that at some point we start to think that we deserve it. We start to think that we've somehow earned our way into the family of God. But Paul wants to remind these early Jews, hey, salvation is by Christ alone. Believe in your heart, declare with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and you'll be saved. This is one of the reasons that we do baptism, is we believe that not only faith, it's not only an inside thing, but it's actually an outside thing. It's not just an inside job, it's an outside job. It actually is declared with our mouth and with our bodies. We show the world that Jesus is Lord when our faith is true and authentic. And maybe that's your next step, is to get baptized. If so, we do that every single month. You can email our office if you want to get on the schedule for that. But otherwise, listen, hey, today, take that first step. Declare with your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus is Lord.